Well, this next presentation is very special. Number one, as a woman and chair of this board where we have 4 out of 5 of us are women, it's really special to honor Dr. Lily McNair, the first female president of Tuskegee University. Oh, look. She was appointed in 2018 and formally took the reins of leadership on March 1st of this year after a 30-year career as a university educator, researcher, and executive, and in private practice as a clinical psychologist. Dr. McNair started her tenure by raising more than $1 million in support of student scholarships. Her ongoing campaign for leadership and excellence is designed to ensure that Tuskegee students have access to a quality education. Joining her today is her husband, George Roberts, and the chair of the Tuskegee University Board of Trustees, Norma Clayton. Tuskegee University was founded in Alabama in 1881 by Dr. Booker T. Washington and is the only historically black college and university designated a National Historic Site. And Los Angeles County is home to thousands of Tuskegee University alumni. I love it. And apparently the 2019 freshman class is dominated by students from Los Angeles. And I have sort of a 6 degrees of separation connection to Tuskegee University. Many years ago, my father, the late Supervisor Kenneth Hahn, was given a letter that was in the possession of George Hull, who was a rare book and autograph collector. And it is a letter that is dated October 17th, 1910, and it is signed by Booker T. Washington. And this rare autograph collector thought my dad would appreciate having this letter, so he gifted it to my dad, and as you can see, my dad had it framed, matted and framed here, and had it hanging in his office for many years right here in this building. And Victoria Pipkin, who worked for my father, and all of us will realize as county supervisors, we have a lot of things that are collectibles in our offices. We have a lot of things hung on our wall. We have a lot of plaques. And then at the end of our careers, nobody really knows where everything goes. Some of my father's letters and collectibles are at Pepperdine University, and some of them are at the Huntington Library here in Pasadena. But Vicki somehow had a box that was given to her when my dad was leaving, and this was in it. And she had the fortitude and knowledge to keep it and think one day there'll be the right occasion to do something with it. So today, Dr. McNair, we're going to give it to you for the university. And we hope that it will be on display in a future legacy museum that you have there. So thank you, Vicki, for hanging on to this all this years. Thank you, Dr. McNair, for being here and letting us honor you and letting this letter signed by Booker T. Washington, who was the first president of the university. We wanted to give this back to you. And thank you for coming from Alabama for this honor today. We know Supervisor Ridley-Thomas had a nice reception for you this morning. Tuskegee is very lucky to have you. And before we, Supervisor Ridley-Thomas and I present you the county scroll, we'd like to have him say a few words as well.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'm delighted just to acknowledge Dr. McNair for all that she has accomplished and the work that's being done at this 138-year-old institution. Hasn't seen its best days yet because of Dr. McNair's leadership. Do you agree with that? Two giants, Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, carved into the history of American consciousness. It's the only historically black college or university in the nation designated as the location for the Center for Bioethics and Research in Healthcare. That's a big deal. That's a big thing, and we're proud of that. The County of Los Angeles has a bioscience initiative, and so we understand what that's all about, and we celebrate that. And the fact is that it's an originator and the producer of the famous Tuskegee Airmen, in partnership with the U.S. Army Air Corps. And I want you to know, Madam President, we had the privilege of honoring two of the oldest living Tuskegee Airmen just a few years ago right here in this boardroom, Jerry Hodges and Reginald Ballard. And we shall never ever forget their valor and their commitment to freedom and justice in the United States of America. Such an esteemed institution deserves an esteemed educator and leader at the helm. And we thank you for that which you have done, that which you're doing right now, and that which you will do well into the future for this great university and beyond. We thank you, we welcome you, and may God bless you.
Thank you. So, Dr. McNair, I would like you to say a few words, and then we will present you with the county scroll as a token of our appreciation for you visiting us today.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you to all who have invited me here to present me with this wonderful honor. It's quite a privilege to be here as the leader of Tuskegee University. I stand on the shoulders of great men who started with Booker T. Washington. And when I say great men, they were all great men. And I will bring a different perspective as the first woman leader. But I want you to know that I build on the legacy of Booker T. Washington, who said that excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way. And what we're doing at Tuskegee University now is excellence in every way. So you will see excellence in everything that we do, from our engineering programs, particularly our aerospace engineering programs, and the launch and enhancement of an aviation training program, to our veterinary medicine programs, which is one of the best in the country and graduates more than 75% of all African American vets around the world, and to our architect students from the Robert Taylor School of Architecture, which educates 70% of all Black architects around the world. So in some areas, we are a powerhouse. And we are a powerhouse also in an area that Booker T. Washington envisioned years ago when he hired George Washington Carver, agricultural research. So the work that we're doing in food sustainability, in food deserts, in energy sustainability, bioenergy, and so forth, that's coming out of our College of Agriculture, we can thank Booker T. Washington and George Washington Carver for their eminence and their vision in that area. You haven't seen the best of Tuskegee. We are destined to be even better than what Booker T. Washington imagined over 100 years ago. And thank you very much for this outstanding letter. I will bring it back with pride and share it with the rest of the Tuskegee University community, many of whom are alumni who are here today, and I'm so happy that you're here to cheer us on, our alums. Thank you very much, and thank you to all of you.
Thank you.
And I would like to present to each of you, Madam Chair at Tuskegee University,
thank you.
and to Supervisor Ridley-Thomas at Tuskegee University Penn. Please wear them with pride.
I am right now.
Okay,
And on behalf
thank
of the
you.
County of Los Angeles, we wanted to present this to you and thank you for your leadership. And we wish you all the best. And again, we're happy to gift to you this letter signed by Booker T. Washington.
Thank you so much.
Here, come present this with me.